Hi guys, my name's Safi Sprocket and welcome back to another episode of Safi Sprocket. You may have noticed that this weekend I am by the coast. Stay tuned and find out more. It was January the 1st, the start of a brand new year for many. But for me, it was especially important because today marked not just the first day of 2022, but the start of my second year of motorbiking. A year that I was prepared to fill with trepid adventure, chaotic energy, and of course, the odd misfortune. But most of all, it's another 365 days for me to seek out adventure. And there was no better way to seek this adventure than to travel across the Menai Strait. Now, the Menai River is a narrow stretch of shallow tidal water, and it's roughly 16 miles long. It boasts a rather large bridge across the sea channel which separates Anglesey from the mainland. As I travelled across the Britannia Bridge, there was something mystical arising from the sound of the dangerous currents below me as they ebbed and flowed in contradictory directions. It was also oddly comforting the thought that a harsh wind could, potentially inevitably destroy the bridge, forcing us all to plunder into the icy cold waters and screeching whirlpools below. As I biked under each pillar, I couldn't help but feel in awe of how small and insignificant the structure made me feel, and I couldn't help but think to myself, what a truly marvellous place to celebrate a new year. Whilst the year may have changed, my habits had not, and I quickly realised that I forgot to fill up my bike. Of course, not only was it a national holiday where most of the shops were shut, but we were also in Wales, where trying to find a petrol station is like, trying to find a petrol station in Wales. So the first port of call was to give Rocket some much needed octane. However, this was proven to be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. When I did manage to fill up, I didn't do a very good job of it. After a quick wipe down with some newly purchased makeup wipes, I knew that there was no need for concern. This is because the wipes had added tea tree oil for a smooth, pimple-free complexion. Just what every motorcycle tank needs. And just to layer on more minor inconveniences, Google Maps thought it would be hilarious to direct me down what it claimed to be a road. However, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think Google hit the mark on this occasion. So I decided to pull over, reconfigure the sat-nav and grab some footage nonetheless before embarking onwards. So this weekend I decided to follow the road clockwise around the entirety of Anglesey to check out some of what is referred to as the best coastal scenic roads in Wales. I'm incredibly excited. I've just reached my starting point this morning. I've set off very early in order to be here for the daylight times. But basically all there's left to do now is probably grab a coffee and then let's get going. So let's go. If you ever want an advert for not blindly following Google Maps, this would be it. Whoop! Oh, hill starts are not my forte. Finally, I was on the road again, and I intended to head to what was considered to be one of the most finest beaches in the UK, Lanwen. Now, Lanwen is an excellent sandy beach backed by forest and extensive dunes at the southwestern tip of Anglesey. Well, except, of course, things didn't quite go to plan. As I approached the car park in Lanwen Beach, I'll be honest, being my usual clumsy self, coupled with the fact that my view ahead was slightly obscured by a van, well, this meant that I came less than a millisecond from being bonked on the face by a retractable barrier. Once I'd mentally processed what just happened, I was kinda gone by this point. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, that was so funny. I can't stop laughing, okay. Oh my god. By the time I reached the car park at the end of the lane, the road that Google Maps was trying to send me down was unfortunately closed with a barrier. With my luggage being quick release, I didn't really feel like leaving it unattended, so I decided to do a U-turn and go off the beaten track and find an alternative lesser known area of the beach, just a little bit further north. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ah. Okay. I need to get a camera bag. Got myself a camera bag. Ah, designer. Well, isn't this nice? Ugh. Did it? Oh my god, it's so cold. I forgot how good it is to be by the ocean. Oh my gosh, look at this. Little bit of a drop. Little bit of a tiny drop, but it's fine. So, to say that it's windy would be an absolute understatement, but this feels absolutely amazing, and honestly, what a fantastic view. So it wasn't my intention to come to this particular spot. It just somehow happened. I ended up taking a lot of wrong turns. But honestly, I'm actually insanely glad that I did, because what a fantastic view. And although it's incredibly windy, it's so good. It's so cold, but so amazing. Unfortunately, at this point, I realised my glasses were no longer on my face. Okay, I'm not panicking. I found them! Oh my god! So, I just had to climb down a rock face to get my glasses. Oh my god, that was so scary. Once the drama was over and I was proudly donning my specs once more, I decided it was time to head to a more northern part of the island. So I went on to South Stack Lighthouse. Whilst the weather did begin to shift slightly, it didn't detract from just how enjoyable all the tiny back roads are on this island, especially the newly formed puddles. If you are quite fond of small intrinsic roads, this is definitely the place to be.
Said to do it. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I wonder if there's any more puddles.
Luckily for me, I made it to South Stack just in time to watch the sunset. However, at this point I decided it was probably wise to head back to the hotel and have a nice chilled out evening. There's nowhere I can buy food in this town. Like there's no takeaways or anything like this, or like any cafes. There was like a restaurant at the bed and breakfast that I'm staying at, but I was too late for food apparently. So the only like place to buy food in a 10-mile radius is like a little convenience store. So I ended up buying waffles, which I heated up over the kettle and then filled it with Kinder Egg. And this is my dinner for this evening. I mean, I could like make a 20-minute journey to the next town, but it's raining and I'm okay with this, I'm gonna be honest. After a hearty supper, ladled with sugar, I decided it was probably best to settle down for the evening so that I could get a fresh start tomorrow morning. Next time on Saffy Sprocket.
So how are you going to close this out?